Hello everyone, my name is Cassidy Page. I'm in Bio 141, Lab Section 1, and this is my presentation on saving the earthworms. So the earthworm is part of the animal kingdom and is classified in the class of Annelida. The class is also known as Clitellata, which is named after the earthworm's clitellum, which is a collar that is used in the reproduction process. An earthworm's order can either be Haplotaxida or Lumbricellida, depending on the environment that it lives in. And there are about 16 different families of earthworms, and its genus is known as Lumbricus. There are about 4,400 species of earthworms, with terrestris being the most common. Contrary to common belief, earthworms did not actually originate in the United States. They're believed to have been introduced here by European countries. This species can be found in a variety of habitat environments, including temperate, tropical, terrestrial, and freshwater. Earthworms who live in soil environments typically live within the top meter of the ground. However, some species of earthworms come to the surface at night or when the surface is exceptionally damp. Some other species of earthworms stay underground for their entire lives and actually never reach the surface. Finally, all species of earthworms require moist conditions for survival. Earthworms are actually considered to be both herbivores and decomposers. On one hand, they consume things such as grass, berries, and vegetables when feeding above ground, and on the other hand, as they tunnel below the surface, they feed on organic matter and even small microorganisms. These would include things such as dead plants, algae, fungi, and bacteria. All species of earthworms reproduce using sexual reproduction. They're considered to be hermaphrodites, which means that each earthworm contains both male and female sex organs. Earthworms typically mate above ground, and this process involves two earthworms lining up inverted from each other, where they can exchange sperm. The clitellum forms a slime tube, which fertilizes and picks up the eggs from the female organs of each earthworm. The slime tube then closes off and works as a protective cocoon until the earthworms are ready to hatch. These are 5 major evolutionary adaptations of earthworms. First, earthworms have developed small hair-like structures that cover their entire body. These are known as setae. These structures help to provide grip and aid in movement underground. Second, earthworms have evolved to have no limbs or appendages whatsoever. This allows them to move through and live in tunnels under the ground. Third, earthworms have both circular and longitudinal muscles. These muscles work simultaneously to help the earthworm move in different ways. Finally, earthworms secrete a mucus which helps them to move underground quicker and easier. This mucus also acts as a cement-like material which lines their burrows and keeps them from collapsing. Earthworms are ecologically valuable in many ways. First, they help to transport healthy nutrients and minerals through the soil with their waste products. Second, they aerate the soil with their tunnels, which allows air, water, and other nutrients to spread throughout. This greatly improves the nutrient and water content of the soil, which then in turn benefits plant species. Third, they act as a vital source of food for animals such as birds, rats, and toads. Lastly, they help to break down organic matter at a much faster rate than what would normally be possible. Unfortunately, human activity has a great negative impact on earthworm populations. Farming and gardening processes such as plowing and using chemical fertilizers actually kills the earthworms. This process tends to become a worsening cycle, so as chemicals begin to kill off the earthworms, crops struggle due to a loss of the natural benefits that earthworms have on plant health, and in turn, farmers add even more fertilizer to make up for the loss of earthworms, which kills them off even further. Climate change is also a major issue for earthworms. They are extremely temperature sensitive, so the increased temperatures during the day and the decreased temperatures at night are causing them to die off in great numbers. Finally, earthworms are facing habitat destruction due to construction for human purposes. This is not acceptable, and we all need to work together to save the earthworms. These are the citations that I used to complete this presentation. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation.